Is the globalist deep state trying to purge Christianity? I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. In the newest issue of The New American, Alex Newman gives details of the deep state in action. In his article, Globalists Using Mass Migration to De-Christianize the West, he states, when President Donald Trump visited Europe in mid-July for meetings with NATO, the British Queen, and Russian strongman Vladimir Putin, he spoke openly about the screaming 800-pound gorilla in the room that everybody sees but pretends not to. That gorilla, of course, is the fundamental transformation of the continent brought about by the globalist-engineered tsunami of Islamic migration. Everything is changing, but in particular, the Christian foundations of the Old World are being deliberately blown to bits by governments, the European Union, and the globalist establishment behind them. As Newman points out, in Sweden, Christian symbols such as crosses are being removed from churches so the waves of new migrants don't get offended. It has even been suggested that churches open prayer rooms facing Mecca so the Muslims have a place to worship Allah. In Belgium, Red Cross offices are removing crosses and crucifixes to avoid offending Muslims. And if you think that's crazy, it gets crazier. Newman writes, in Switzerland, an immigrant lobby group representing mostly second-generation Muslims is calling for the cross to be removed from the nation's flag, saying it no longer corresponds to today's multicultural Switzerland. Most crosses used on European flags represent their historic Christian identity. So will the crescent-shaped moon and the Star of Islam be officially embroidered on the flags of Europe in the not-too-distant future? Sadly, many of the national governments in Europe are complicit in this radical transformation. In Germany, UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, is running commercials encouraging German women to embrace diversity by wearing Islamic-style clothing. Newman describes the UN propaganda ad as, first, the ad shows a woman from the back dancing to Islamic-style music while wearing an Islamic outfit. The words, Turkish women wear the Islamic headscarf, appear on the screen. Then when the woman turns around, it becomes clear that it is a blonde German woman. Me too, she says about wearing the Islamic head covering. It's beautiful. Then she says, enjoy difference, start tolerance. As startling as all these changes to Europe are, not every country is taking the same destructive path. For example, Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orbán warned of a treasonous conspiracy of international fanatics running the European Union. According to him, the greatest threat to Hungary and Europe isn't Islam or migrants, rather it's the architects of the policies that have enabled this mass migration in the first place, namely the globalist politicians in Brussels, Paris, and Berlin. Countries like Hungary and Poland are refusing to cave into the EU's mass migration policies. They are holding the line for the preservation of their culture and Christianity. Regarding Poland, Newman writes, in late 2016, the nation officially recognized Jesus Christ as king in a ceremony attended by the Polish president, top officials, and religious leaders. It's only a matter of time before de-Christianization hits the U.S. full force. The best way to avoid these problems is by fully understanding them and exposing them. If you want to learn more, this issue is available in print and as a digital download. Look for the links in the description. Then, apply for membership at the John Birch Society to work with others in our national concerted program that protects and restores American liberty and independence. So until next time, take care and God bless.